How you doing, YouTube squad? Welcome to my channel. This video is going to be short and sweet. This is Growing Up Hip Hop Season 6, Episode 3. Before I start news, I've said in my previous review that I did, I will not be here. I'm leaving midway next month, and I won't be back till midway in July because I'm having my wedding, destination wedding out of the country in my motherland, where I am from. And then after that, I'm going to Thailand, for my little honeymoon to get me some, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go and do that. I won't be doing videos while I'm there. I might post pictures on the community page if I have time, if I'm not being worked and my back's not being, stretched out and shit. But what I'm saying is, I'm going to be out there having a ball. So I will not be able to post any videos, and please forgive me for that time because I do want to be able to keep up. I do know that Potomac is coming up July 11th. So I'm going to come back. Right after I come back, I'm going to review Potomac and Let's Go. Married to Medicine reunion is already about to start, and I saw the outfits, and I don't know who styled Simone and who styled Anila, but they need to get their money back because they look the hot ass mess. But I'm going to review that reunion as well. So let's get into this Growing Up Hip Hop Season 6, Episode 3. Her backyard is not clean, baby. So we start off with Stevie and Lil Stevie, or Brianna recapping, saying that Stevie and Lil Stevie are basically on this whole Law and Order situation going on without the death included. They are investigating Savannah's ass because Savannah is coming out the woodworks with all this money and nobody know where she getting the money from. Is she stripping? Is she a pro out there? What is she doing? Is she escorting? Does she have a OnlyFans page like Stan over there? Does she have, what is she doing? Are you hustling? What are you doing? So they're still trying to figure it out because Stevie kicked her out, trying to punish her, expecting her to learn a lesson, not for her to go out the house and be making money. It defeats the purpose of her being kicked out. So he wants to know. On the other hand, we got Egypt's dress, loose as hell as it is, and TT's dress that fits her very well. In comparison, if we want to sit up there and compare these two, TT's dress looks far better on her than Egypt's dress looks on her. Egypt has a beautiful figure, but that dress is not flattering, and that's my opinion. Peppa then tried to use the LGBTQ community in the last episode to bash Twist. She tried to use that and shame him for not feeling Sam sitting up in his OnlyFans page with his flat ass and a thong, basically prostituting his body to get whatever little bit of change. Was it $3,500 to get someone to do that? His OnlyFans page throwing whipped cream and syrup and all this other stuff that Egypt is pimping his ass out. I don't understand. I don't think I can go to my husband and say, baby, we want to open an OnlyFans page. And on this page, you're going to put up a thong. You're going to sit up there and cook breakfast. I'm going to throw whipped cream on you. I'm going to throw eggs on you. I'm going to make sure you out there let all these little sick people stare at your body just so we can get $3,500 a month. And he'll look at me and say, yes, baby, let's do it. Not in this lifetime on the net. My man would never say some shit like that. And Twist is of the mindset like, yo, I'm a real gangster. We don't play like that. I'm not about to sit up here and say this shit is cool. It's not cool. There's some levels to where you make your money, and you just went too far. And don't sit up here and tell me that it's me being homophobic. I don't want to see this man's flat ass on my screen. That is my opinion. And shit, I feel the same damn way because Sam's body is not something I need to be seen naked. It's not like the dad from the dude from Baby Boy with his full naked buffed ass. I was sitting up there trying to get the breakfast done, and Tyrese walked in on him. Now his body can sit up there naked on the OnlyFans page. Now that one I watch. Now we have Angela and JoJo. Angela is now moving her entire life to Florida because she does what she does when she's in love. She does not think straight. Let's just be clear. I don't know what kind of stigmatization that she finds herself in, but whenever she gets it in with the person, she loses all her damn mind. And JoJo and everybody in the family feels like Angela always does. She goes from 0 to 100 when she's in love. She didn't move her ass from, was it New York or LA, where the hell she was at, all the way to Miami, the land of the serial killers. And she wants to build her life there. And JoJo is sitting up there talking about why you want to move to Miami. And she says, or Florida. She says, well, I always want to move to Florida. And JoJo said, no. I just asked you a couple months ago to move to Florida with me, and your ass said no. Give me all these excuses why I shouldn't go. Now your ass is here because it's some man. So who's lying? They go through all that, and then we get to Egypt and San in the studio. And yes, I'm calling him San, not San, because I'm trying not to call his ass Samantha. Okay, so Egypt and San are in the studio. Egypt is now singing. Now, while Egypt has a beautiful ass voice, the lyrics to the song was assaulting my eardrums. Because let me just tell you what the lyrics goes as follows. I'm so sick and tired of these people. I'm just trying to get rich. Then at some point she said, tried and tried and tried. It's turning me into a goddamn monster. But when she's singing it, it's like, and then you see Sam in the corner like hyping it up like it's a bop. That shit is not a bop. Like, stop embarrassing your girl. Well, I think that Sam was getting her back for making him do that OnlyFans page by this shit. He's shiesty. How you gonna have her ass with as beautiful voice as she is on the camera sound like she's crying and whining at the same time? What kind of man does that? And then we learned that she's also a rapper, and she said that she's a combination of Peppa and Tretch, so she calls herself Treppa. Lord have mercy. I don't know what's going on with these two, with the OnlyFans page and this little lyric thing I saw. I don't know what's going on with them. Do you see yourself the way that we see you, baby? Because y'all are just a hot ass mess together. Y'all are a match made in hell. Then we have Sam sending a text to Boogie because Boogie has a crush on Savannah. Savannah showed up. Savannah comes in as beautiful as she is, brown, you know, her little beautiful ass skin, her makeup on fleek, her hair just looking good. She comes in, beautiful figure. She comes in and Sam texts Boogie and says, hey, Boogie, come in, you know, pop in. Savannah's here, come holla at her. And Boogie texts Sam back talking about keep wifey there because he really wants her. Now, Boogie tells us in the confessional that during the party, Peppa's party a couple episodes ago, he saw Savannah and he was straight up looking at her like, this girl is gorgeous. I want to go on a date with her. So he shows up while they're playing a rap and he basically says, puts a plug in there that he wants, Savannah's beautiful. Let's go on a date. And Sam says, let's do a double date. You know what I'm saying? Now that Boogie is now heading towards Sam, all cool with Sam now, he's behaving like Lil Eazy-E. Because Lil Eazy-E, from my opinion, is messy as shit. And it seems like he picks sides based on whatever opportunity he can get. So it benefits him to be closer to Sam and Egypt than to be closer to Brianna. And I'll explain that situation later. However, they agree to do this whole double date thing. Savannah in her confessional is not worried about how fine she thinks Boogie is, like Boogie is worried with her. Savannah's worried about how deep his piggy bank is. Savannah may have took some tips from Jocelyn while they were living in the same house because Jocelyn chased the money. And all she's doing is chasing money. She's now a 22-year-old gold digger. That's what she comes off at with her little sport ass attitude. As beautiful as she is, she needs to get some manners. Then we have TT and her fiance and Tyran meeting on a rooftop to social distance because TT has her baby, right? And TT not gonna risk her baby's life. She's a mom. So they're over there talking. We find out that Tyran has opened up his school, karate and, all that stuff that he does, boxing, whatever it is. He opened up the school with the help of mom's piggy bank donation. And he's planning already in the confessional to try and set up TT with Peppa when TT said that she wants to come to the school in support of him. And he's saying that this is what he wants to do. But TT's unaware that she about to be in a situation where she, in her confessional, says she don't want to deal with Sam, Egypt, and her partner, Sam. She calls Sam, Egypt's partner. And I know that's some shade. TT throws her little shade in the confessionals, and you have to catch it when she says it because she says it so eloquently. You have to really pay attention, but I like TT. Then we have Brianna and Lil Twist meeting up in the park to have a picnic with Kool-Aid and pickles. That is so ghetto, but you know what? Brianna took the time to go buy a jar of pickles and come with Kool-Aid. Now that's some serious love because I would never take the time to go and think to myself, well, what do I need to bring to this picnic? Well, let's bring pickles and Kool-Aid so we can mix it together and eat. I don't know what kind of ghetto, Southern type of whatever that idea came from. I almost want to go try it just to see how it tastes. However, the fact that Brianna thought about that, knowing Lil Twist, it was very thoughtful. I love them together. So they're there. Brianna expresses that she now has an issue with Boogie because they flash back and we remember last season where they were in a damn nail salon and Sam was getting his nails done along with Egypt. And they were talking shit about Brianna because Boogie feels like being attached to them may be in his benefit somehow. He decides to let him talk shit about Brianna. Now, I understand Brianna being pissed off because you are not your friends and you want to call me, hi, baby, whenever you see me. It doesn't matter if I am present or not. Will I sit there and let somebody bash my friend or my family? I can talk about my friends and my family all day long because I've already invested time, effort, energy, and money. So I'm allowed to vent about them if I choose. Do you, who are not friends with them, who are their enemy, have the right to sit up in front of me and talk shit about them? Hell no. And Boogie's ass didn't say shit and stood there and even agreed with them saying that Brianna's full of drama. And so Brianna has every right to feel some type of way about Boogie's little shady two-faced ass. Now, as they're talking about it, Lil Twist says, if you're going to act some type of way in front of me, you need to make sure you keep that same personality when we're out somewhere else, even when I'm not around. But Twist lets Brianna know about the situation that Peppa had his ass in trying to have this discussion with him for not agreeing with Samantha's behavior on his OnlyFans page and tried to bully him by way of using the LGBTQ community to tell him that there's a lot of people getting canceled for this type of stuff. We don't want you to get canceled for this, bitch. Bye. You were trying to set him up. I don't give a fuck. If anybody tells me, I don't give a damn if you're in the LGBTQ community or if you are not. If I don't like something, I don't like it. Fuck you. I don't like it. It's my opinion. And if you want to sit up there and call me names and tell me, oh, you're this phobic, well, bitch, I'm phobic to stupidity. You have to be able to accept my personal opinion and my feeling regardless. Now, if I'm making laws and treating you differently because of that, then you can say what you got to say. But no, I don't want to be seeing somebody's naked ass as flat as it is wearing thongs. Somebody that I have around me that want to act like it's hard, but his ass is all up here for $3,500 a month. Bitch, bye. Anyway, so Lil Twist tells Brianna about that situation. I skip a few scenes to get to Lil Stevie and Stevie going over to Savannah's new apartment. And they are pressed to find out about how she makes her money still. And we learned that Savannah is dropping $6,000 a month on this damn apartment. Excuse me? Savannah is 22 years old. If you have $6,000 to drop on an apartment, you should have enough money to put a down payment on the house, girl. Stop wasting your money. I don't care if the house is just you. Buy your ass a condo where you'll be dropping less money a month. And if you decide that you want to go and buy a house later, you can keep the condo, rent it out, pull in some extra income. But because she's 22 years old and she's just trying to spend money to show her father that she don't need him in his life, whether or not she don't need his money, she's doing something stupid. Do I think it's, no matter how much money you have in the world, $6,000 for rent is a stupid decision for rent. If you're paying it for a mortgage for a house you will eventually own, that makes sense. But you're just giving your money away to somebody else. So that's stupid. But she basically ends up kicking Stevie and Stevie Jr. out the house because she feels like they were asking too many questions. She said that when her palms sweat, money comes in and she don't need to tell nobody where her money is. I took a few guesses about where I think her money is coming. She either selling weed because she smokes weed. She either buying some Gucci and reselling it for extra price on eBay. She got her own Instagram page. She making money. Maybe she has her asses on TikTok. Either that or she on the corner. Whoever knows whatever situation she's going through, she don't want to tell nobody where her 22-year-old money is coming from. And her business still hasn't come up, so we don't know. Then we got Peppa and her sister Dawn, who we are just meeting for the first time, pop up on this show. And Sister Dawn is ignorant as hell. I've met Peppa, I've met Dawn, and I've met Maureen. And so far, Maureen is the only one that I think speaks to my spirit and has some level of intelligence when she speaks. Peppa acts like she high and she's stupid all the damn time and wants to look like she don't know what the hell is going on. Then they bring Dawn into the mix. And I'm like, who the fuck is this person with this fucked up ass wig and this blonde hair that she got on her head? But they bring her in and they're playing pool. And apparently, Peppa decides to bring TT up because she's pressed. Now, the way that I understand it is TT is Maureen's kid and Maureen is Peppa's sister, right? If that's the case, then Peppa is genetically TT's aunt. Why are you talking about your niece like a dog to her other aunt? That shit don't make sense. But she's over there talking to Dawn about TT, and I'm thinking this old ass, messy ass woman, she fixed her mouth and she said that TT need to quit talking about Egypt because TT's backyard ain't clean. As soon as they showed that, Peppa, who's supposed to be on the up and up, who Maureen is over there trying to bully TT into mending things with, is over here starting shit with this other aunt. And Peppa didn't sit up here and say, hey, Dawn, let's not talk about my niece that way. Let's have a conversation with her, see if we can get Egypt and Sand and her to get along finally. Let's not talk shit. Instead, Peppa sat up there ready to inhale the juice. Like she ready to get the tea herself because she's messy as hell. Peppa doesn't act like Egypt's mom. She acts like Egypt's friend. She don't know how to be grown. But then they sit up there, they skip that scene. And we get to Tyran setting TT up at his school. TT obviously don't know what's going on. She's there trying to support him. Peppa shows up, gave everybody a hug, then bothered to hug TT. And then she starts asking about the baby. We have learned that TT said that nobody, not Egypt, not Sand, not Peppa, not anybody actually on that side contacted her to congratulate her for having her first child or even trying to see the baby. Or I know COVID is going on, but they didn't make any efforts to do anything. Here's the thing about that situation. If you're trying to mend things, that would have been a great step forward to say, congratulations, I want to see the baby, I miss you. But y'all over there acting stupid over Sand's ass, half naked, wearing a thong on. This is all about him. All this drama started about this damn fool. It shouldn't even be that serious. But y'all didn't say shit. But now Peppa's sitting up in her face talking about, well, what am I to the baby? Not a damn thing. You ain't even seen the baby. You ain't even asked me about the baby. You don't know how the baby's doing. Now you want me to go over there and tell the baby that you're his aunt? What kind of aunt are you, bitch? Peppa acts shocked when TT said, you're the lady he's yet to meet. She's speaking facts, but she said that TT's being disrespectful. No, she's not. You're my aunt. and you're the adult in the situation along with my mom. If you really wanted to mend things with me, you could have at least said congratulations on the baby, or let me come and see the baby. Let me send you a gift for the baby. Then I can let the baby know, hey, this is from your aunt. But you haven't done shit, so why the hell would I acknowledge your presence to my child when you have never met my child? Now you want to ask me because we're being set up to meet about my baby, like we're about to kiki about it. But Tyran decides to do this whole, let's hit the reset button, let's reboot and whatever the case is. Meanwhile, Peppa's already digging up dirt for TT with the other Aunt Dawn. Bitch, bye, Peppa's fake as hell. Then JoJo, Angela, and a new girl named Cree, who we find out is Uncle Luke's daughter, meet up because she's the event planner. And JoJo lets her know that he would like her father, Uncle Luke, to show up and perform at his surprise anniversary party for his wife, because this is something that he wants to do since they had a miscarriage and it was a bad situation. They went through hell over it. This is something that's supposed to help them move forward. They're supposed to celebrate their 1 year together. He's not worried about spending money. And Cree lets us know that her father are not on good terms, that she would like to fix things, but considering that they're not on good terms, going over there and asking him to perform for JoJo, her client, we don't know how that's gonna work. But we get to that scene's over. We get to Peppa's house, and Peppa comes in and she's like telling Egypt she got a surprise for Egypt, and here comes this crazy ass battle act. She comes into I don't like this hoe. Maybe that's why I'm just calling her all these names. But she comes in and Egypt jumps on her and she's happy and whatever the case is. Hi, auntie. Peppa lets us know that Dawn loves Egypt. She loves Egypt's spirit, loves everything about her. And they start talking, and Dawn talks to her, Egypt, about her wedding. We find out that Egypt said that her dream wedding was supposed to happen destination-wise in Jamaica because that's where her heritage is from. Just like I'm having mine in Nigeria because that's, what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we basically are putting 2 and 2 together. Egypt's wedding and TT's wedding are both happening in Jamaica. Are they happening around the same time? We don't know for sure. But the fact is, this side of the family is not invited. And Dawn lets us know that her ass wasn't invited either. Bitch, I wouldn't invite your ass either because you already see messy it is. The first impression I have of you is not a good one. But Peppa tells us that Dawn is supposed to be the one who fixes all the drama. I said, well, bitch, this one comes with all the drama. So what you talking about? What drama is she fixing? Because it looked like she made the situation far worse than it was before. Because as this is happening, Peppa brings up her other sister, Maureen, TT's mom, also planning TT's wedding in Jamaica. But Peppa has not seen the scene where Maureen is basically trying to bully TT into fixing their relationship so that way Peppa and Egypt and all of them can attend her wedding. They didn't see that shit because Peppa acts like a child, so she thinks like a child. So instead of trying to mend things, she decides to talk shit and bring up TT because that's the only thing they could talk about is TT this, TT that. It's just ridiculous. But then while they're saying this, talking shit, like TT's that bitch over there, Dawn decides to say that she heard that TT's man has had a couple relationships outside of their relationship, that her backyard ain't clean. So that TT should not even be talking about Egypt and sand. Something that's happened over 2-3 seasons, because TT's man had been cheating on her and had several relationships over and over, and that shouldn't even make sense to me, honestly. I can see a scenario where TT and her man got into several fights or several arguments in their relationship. They broke up and maybe he was seen with somebody else and then they mended things. I don't see a situation where that man just has all these different relationships out and TT's talking about marrying him and having a baby with him. That shit don't make no damn sense. TT, as intelligent as she is, having Maureen as her influencer doesn't seem like the type of person that would be marrying a man who didn't have all these different relationships on her. That shit don't even make no damn sense. And for Dawn to fix her mouth and say that shit, bitch, you're crazy. And for you to be as old as you are and be this messy, and instead of coming into the situation trying to mend things, you made the situation worse by putting this shit on TV out there. Girl, but I have no respect for you. And if this is the type of person that Peppa wants to have around and all that kind of stuff, Peppa, I'm looking at you sideways too with your cross-eyed self. All I know is I like TT and how she moves. I think that TT's impression of San and how San acted in the beginning of how this episode has and how he tried to be somebody that he's not, want to be hard, all this other extra shit that he was doing. I did not like San when he first came on the show either. He was doing too much. So do I think that San should have been the reason why Egypt decided to throw away the cousin that had her back before he came along? No. Egypt should have been the person trying to mend things between her and Stan, or at least retain her relationship with Titi and give Titi time to accept Stan. Watching Stan, making sure that he's doing what he's supposed to do and treating Egypt right. Egypt, you're immature in the fact that you chose this. Because do I think that Stan and Egypt are going to last till, forever, till for another 40, 50 years of marriage? Hell no. Stan acts like a child. Egypt acts like a child. They have a lot of maturing to do. Peppa doesn't give good advice. Eventually, that marriage is going to die down. I feel like right now, Egypt is just trying to prove something to people by being with him. That's how I feel. So this episode got me hot. I didn't like that this is what they brought. It was good as far as drama goes. I was loving all the little, the little tea. I was getting it in. However, I feel bad for TC because you can't be planning a wedding and somebody's spreading a rumor about your husband having 6, 7, however many different relationships outside your marriage when you just had a baby. That shit is foul, especially by your own family. Like, what is your problem? Egypt said something about karma coming back to hit TT. Karma for what though? I don't know what TT's karma, what's the karma? Can somebody tell me what karma? Because I don't know what TT did to Egypt that was so horrible for this. Because I remember Stan trying to put bugs in Egypt's ear, including the way that he put bug in Egypt's ear to hit Brianna. Like, come on now. Stan is a master manipulator and Egypt just don't have good advice around her. And Tresh ain't finna be involved in some female bullshit. He's just not gonna do that. Anyway, you guys like, subscribe, notification bell. Let me know what y'all think about this review and have a wonderful day.